And in November, Oklahomans voted no on a penny sales tax that would have given teachers a $5,000 pay raise. And on that night, Senator David Holt publicly announced he would push a plan that would double that, $10,000 for every classroom teacher in the Sooner State. And the next legislative session starts next week. So right now we're joined by the senator himself. As always, thank you for being here.
Yeah, no, thanks for having
with us. We appreciate your time. So I want to, kind of get to the fine print of your proposal, but I do know that you're coming, back here with us. You were here just a couple months ago. And heading into this next session with a fresh set of eyes, because you just did the Teacher for a Day initiative.
Right, sure, that's
I do
right.
want to ask you what you experienced in the classroom.
Well, so I was in a first grade classroom, and I'm a believer in compensating the teacher position well, because it's a tough one, and so I didn't necessarily learn a lot other than just being reminded and getting new anecdotes to share with my colleagues about how hard it is to teach, especially elementary school kids. I mean, imagine keeping 27-year-olds on task and doing something productive, from 8 to 3 o'clock every day. I mean, it's a remarkable accomplishment that teachers do every single day.
Yeah, can't even imagine, and we have the best of the best. And in retrospect, any conditions that were worse or better than you expected, lack of resources or?
Well, I mean, we all hear the stories, teachers are having to invest a lot in their classroom, and maybe they always have. The problem is now we're asking them to do that on a salary that is just simply not competitive with other fields and with teacher salaries around the country.
And do want to move into your Senate Bill 316 that you're now pushing for in this next session. You're now advocating for $10,000 per classroom teacher. We have 42,000 teachers here in the Sooner State. In the end, what does that final price tag look like for us?
Well, so it's not as easy as just doing 10,000 times 42,000. There's ancillary costs associated with a raise. The State Department of Education thinks that to do a $10,000 raise costs about $550 million, maybe to $600 million, that range. It's real money, that's for sure.
Yeah, and a real undertaking too. And where does that money come from? How do you expect to fund this amidst a huge budget deficit that we're facing?
That's what's been so important. I mean, it's one thing to say I want a $10,000 raise. That's almost irresponsible if you don't produce, the methods to pay for it. And I absolutely did. In my proposal that I made in the last couple of weeks and for consideration in the 2017 session, not only do I have a $10,000 raise phased in over 4 years, but I have a dozen different ways to pay for it. I actually put $1 billion in new revenue on the table for discussion, none of which would require a supermajority vote at the legislature. And obviously $1 billion is twice what we need to pay for a $10,000 raise. It's 4 times what we need to pay for a $5,000 raise. So if you don't like one thing, then I've got other options for you, and I think it demonstrates that this can be done, because I've certainly heard people say this is impossible. Like you just said, this is a tough budget year. Well, I knew that there were ways to do it, and I wanted to show that.
And those 12 different measures that you're implementing here, kind of take us through maybe the top option that would garner the most funds to bring this bill to fruition.
Sure. Well, here's a couple. Just like last year, I proposed to earmark the first $200 million in new revenue growth to teacher pay. So that's something that could happen in the next 2 or 3 years. I mean, we know historically in Oklahoma, when we go down $1 billion in budget, which we have over the last couple of years, one thing always happens after that. We go back up. And the hard part's already been done. We've already cut all those agencies. So my thought is, let's go ahead and make a statutory statement, not just an oral promise, but let's actually say in statute that we're going to put the first $200 million in new growth into teacher pay. So that would fund a significant raise. And then I've also thrown out there, look, we need to talk about expanding the sales tax base. The American economy has evolved, but government has not. And people buy and spend money, buy things and spend money in new ways. And, we don't tax a lot of things that are taxed in states all around us and in states across the country. I've got a list of things. It's probably too much to go into depth here, but I've got a whole list of things that 20, 30 states apply sales tax to, and we have an exemption here. I think for no other reason than those industries had a good lobbyist or things have simply evolved through the years. That could be worth $300 million.
Yeah, it's very evident to tell that you have thought through this thoroughly. I was trying to reach through each and every one of those 12 yesterday doing my research. But you did mention this too. This is a gradual pay raise. If it were to be, given the green light, it's a gradual raise. It's not just, okay, it was given the yes, you get extra $10,000. Tell us how that would be divided out.
All of that could be adjusted. I mean, the way I did it was I had a $1,000 raise in the fall and then three $3,000 raises. But it really is completely dependent. It's a lot of moving parts, and it's completely dependent on how much revenue you decide to go ahead and produce. I mean, if you did all of the things that I proposed, you could do a $10,000 raise in August. I mean, I just didn't think that was necessarily likely. I assumed that some sort of phase in was probably going to be appropriate and that whatever we did was going to be more gradual. But you know, as long as we put the mechanics in place and the raise is going to happen over 3 or 4 years, I think everybody can have patience with that. But we just need to get on it and get something in the books.